Hey there, guys. Okay, so I'm just a little pumped up and I'm going to tell you why. Because y'all see me? It's been that type of day. It's been that type of week. It's been that type of month, but it's cool though because we got some good stuff happening and I'm excited to share with you what we have going. We're going to be talking about daily posting is no longer optional. It's no longer optional, guys. It is the foundation of brand visibility and trust. And so, if you want for your 2026 content system to be bringing it, you have to be consistent and be intentional. And I have something for you that I'm excited about that's going to allow for me to really touch you guys and at the same time allow for you to be able to go strong in what you're doing. So let's do this. All right. So today I am introducing the Black Friday content system. It is a full year done for you social media posting opportunity for business owners, builders, creators, founders, what else? Event planners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, whatever you are, and you have something that you are striving to make happen in 2026, let me tell you, I'm here for you. Most entrepreneurs are failing at social media because their posting depends on motivation. But brands that grow in 2026, they're using systems. They are not just randomly posting by inspiration. So this Black Friday today, you have an opportunity because I have 100 slots open for those that are interested in investing in yourselves today. If you are interested in investing in yourself, and that is by investing in your social media system, you need to click the link that is in the chat right now. I'm excited because it's going to provide me with an opportunity, like I said, to touch you guys, but also it's going to give you the opportunity to do what you're doing, to be strategic about what you're doing and intentional. And we together, we are going to lift, allow for whatever it is that you're working on, that you're looking for it to grow and develop, for it to live. All right. So we're talking about real business consistency here. What are you going to get? We're going to talk about it today. You're going to be getting one post every single day for 12 months and more. So let's let's kind of dive in a bit. Who am I? I'm Sarah Johnson. I am the owner and founder of Virtual Yours LLC. I started off in being a virtual assistant, and as a virtual assistant, I was big on ensuring that I could help you do whatever it is that you needed to do. On a virtual standpoint, because I believed in the power of the virtual assistant. Now, as of today, through working with different ones, I see the biggest need is in systems, being able to create workflows and automation that will be able to help the business owner, not just the big timer, but the one that is growing and developing, the mom and pop shops. So we're going to talk about a little bit of that today. So thank you for joining me. We're closing the year off strong, and this is the exact moment where the businesses that prepare now get ahead in 2026. Visibility is no longer optional, it is strategy. It's strategic. So most people fail at social media because they rely on motivation instead of structure. They create what they feel inspired to put down, and that and instead of planning it out, they disappear when life gets busy. Trust me, It's not like I don't know, because I know for real, for real. I know that's exactly what happens. But that's why I'm big on setting things up in advance, setting up a system, understanding what that system is, having a plan so that when life happens, your content is continually being put out there and your business is consistently growing. But brands that win today, they are not running on inspiration. They are not running on time. They are running on systems. And so tonight I am introducing the Black Friday content system. Daily, you'll receive daily Facebook and Instagram posting for 365 days out of the year in 2026. Hey, it's going to be structured, it's going to be scheduled, and it's going to be automated. And this is how a brand prepares for a year of growth. Are you ready to grow with me? Come on. Go into the chat. Let me know where you're watching from, what your business is or your event, or what is it that you are looking to grow. I want to connect with you. I want to talk with you. I want to help build with you. I want to partner with you so that we can see great and mighty things. And before I continue any further, because I've kind of sort of set the tone for it, let me go ahead and pray. God, I just want to say thank you on today for being an amazing God, for opening up doors that we could not see, holding keys that we could not hold, waiting for us to be at our very best for us to receive that victory. God, I'm asking that you would touch every individual that is looking at the video now or looking at the live replay. God, I'm asking, Lord, that you would help us to stand in alignment, because you set us up so that we could be prosperous and multiply. You structured us in such a way that we'll be able to help one another. And so here we are with our hands held open, waiting for your oil, your anointing, so that we may be able to spread it out amongst the lands, those that you've designated for us to touch. God, I'm asking that you would touch every business represented on this live. Everyone in the chat. Lord God, I'm asking even, Lord God, that you would continue to have your hand on Virtual Yours LLC. We give you glory, we give you praise. In Jesus' name, amen. Here we go. So, here's exactly what this Black Friday content system gives you. It's going to give you one post every day for 12 months. It's going to give you Facebook and Instagram delivery. It's going to provide you with branded graphics built to match your identity. It's going to have captions written for clarity and engagement, a platform approved with hashtag sets. You're going to have high frequency scheduling through automation. You're going to have a content hub that's going to allow for you to be able to access your assets, your digital assets. Um, there's going to be monthly analytic meetings, summaries that you'll be able to review to stay on point with your growth and what needs to be worked on. Quarterly optimization calls. We're going to be connecting via Zoom or a platform that best works for you so that we can talk about how we can shift and grow. Um, and then I'm going to provide you as a bonus with 2 reels per month included, so that we can kind of jump um, some of your views. And because this is Black Friday, I'm going to this morning I was setting it up so that there was only one price, and that price is 4,200. This one-time price, 4,200, is not bad at all when you talk about everything that is being provided. For those that are interested in payment plans, I am making it available for you to have 2 payments of 2,300 and 4 payment excuse me, I'm sorry, and 3 payments of 1,800. Um, this is going to be a system that is going to activate as soon as you send out your first payment. And We only have 100 spots to you. All right. Now, let's kind of talk a little bit more about why a lot of people are struggling with content. I'm finding that there are people struggling with content. Only 18% of small businesses post consistently. And that is a huge loss because there are so many people that are actively online. So you're losing out big time. Um, the average entrepreneur is spending 8 to 12 hours a week creating content. That is a lot of time. And it's not a bad thing because, hey, you got to do what you got to do. But what if you could have a system set up? You could have a social media manager that could take care of everything for you. All you have to do is make the payment and attend the necessary meetings. Hey, we're talking business here. I want to partner with you. If you are a creative, I want to partner with you. And I'm talking about if you are a musician that's you're striving to do something different. You are a painter that's striving to take your business, your painting, your art, your craft to the next level. My daughter, she is a crocheter, and so I've gotten her set up in being able to post her content, teaching her the way of being able to promote herself and put her voice out there as it aligns with her, what she does creatively. Um, if you are a ministry, whether you're small, if you're a very small ministry, you really don't have, you don't have what is needed in order to have a social media manager. You don't have anyone there in your reformation or your uh, body of believers that can help in that capacity. I'm here for you. I'm able to connect with you, talk about what is needed, and then go from there. You're talking about 365 days worth of content that would be available to you. Um, if you are a medium-sized church and but you have stuff going on, but you don't have enough, either you don't have enough individuals to help out to keep things moving, or you don't have the ideas that's needed to kind of jumpstart or get things in a continued way. um, you can connect with me because I want to connect with you. I want to partner with you so that we can take your what the ideas that you have from ground level and just excel. This is not about promotion. This is not about fame and glory. This is about doing what needs to be done for the why that you have. And even if you are not a ministry, each one of us has a why. Each one of us has a reason why we do what we're doing, and so I want to partner with you so that that why can become very vibrant in our community. 67% of consumers say that brands become forgettable if they disappear for more than 30 days. So if you have not been posting for 30 days, you have been forgotten. And we don't want that. We want for you to be very out in the open among the people so that you will be able to provide them with solutions and services and products that pertain to your business or ministry. And then posting on the fly leads to inconsistency, burnout, and low trust. We can tell if you're just like throwing stuff together, but when things are planned out and ready to go, it is also can be seen. All right. So, what daily posting achieves? Daily postings posters see up to 2.5 times more reach. Um, if you are posting just randomly, you're not going to be having, excuse me, you don't have a door of individuals that's ready to see your content. Okay. And that's what you want. You want for your followers to be ready to see your content. I often tell an experiment. I did an experiment actually with one of my with my LinkedIn newsletter. And I set it up so that every 2 weeks I would post something. Um, and so for the first set, the first posting I did, I waited to 2 weeks, and immediately had individuals that were interested. I posted again the next 2 weeks, and then I didn't have anything for another 2 weeks, and then I posted again. Well, it was very apparent the individuals that were waiting for the content, right? They were very consistently looking at my pages, and then the ones that were kind of like, okay, well, let's see if there's a pattern. Daily posters, you're going to see 2.5 times more reach. Um, you're going to build brand faster if you post on a daily basis. Not only that, but you're generating steady engagement. You're going to start to see that people begin speaking with you, talking to you, making comments because of your consistency. They're going to appear more trustworthy, or you're going to appear more trustworthy to your new visitors, which is what you want. And you want to be able to stay on the top of the minds of those that are following you without needing ads. You don't want to be having to pay for their attention. You want raw, organic attention. All right. The algorithm identifies those that post on a daily basis as active and therefore rewards you through distribution. More people get to see your content if you're posting on a daily basis. So we're talking about you making an investment, right? A sound investment to receive 365 posts. That is a post a day on both your Facebook and your Instagram page, right? And this, you're not just getting a post, you're getting credibility, you're getting consistency, you're getting so much more than what it just visually looks like. All right. Okay, so why do systems win over motivation? I'm going to tell you, a system removes the decision fatigue. You don't have to be trying to make a decision what you're going to do every single day if you're going ahead and taking this time frame. Like this is, we're still in November. We're at the end of November, but we're still in November, and you take this time with me, we sit down and we discuss what it is that you're looking for in 2026. By the time January 1st comes, we have a strategic plan, definitely about January, February, March, right? And then we have a more broader plan from April to December. It is providing you with opportunity to plan out. Excuse me. I'm This system is providing with opportunity to plan out what you're doing, because for the most part we already know what we're going to do. Like, I know I have a prayer conference in January, so I have to plan my business with others around all of that, around that time frame, so that I still have time to travel and come back and be rested up before it's time for me to start working again, right? I know there are, this is going to be so funny. I do oftentimes work on the holidays. Like, I do. I work on the holidays a lot. But there are certain holidays where I try to make sure everything is already in place so that I don't have to work on that holiday, which and one of the so this is so bad. But so February 14th, Valentine's Day, is one of those holidays that I actually prefer not to be working. And so many of you may be saying, well, what? What does that have to do anything? Why is she kind of giggly about that? And it's because I'm a single woman. So it's like there is really um no need for me to be so rushy about making sure my work is done. But I love Valentine's Day so much that I make sure that I leave that day for me. And so um if I have to work, I will. But for the most part, I really try to make sure that I plan out that time frame so that by the 13th, hopefully by noon, I am done what I have to do so that I can just enjoy and relax. And so even if that's just me sitting in and watching Hallmark movies, making sure I have from I don't I haven't been getting chocolates as much, but I think I always treat myself with something. Me and my daughter, I always make sure I try to treat us with something on Valentine's Day. So, yeah, what can I tell you? But, you know, being able to create a system that removes having to, figure things out at the last minute. No, build it now so that your planner, your schedule is free. And then if you need to add something or you need to take away from something, that's so much easier. A schedule removes the guesswork. You don't have to be, you don't want to be having to do it, um, you know, day by day. You want to be able to, and I do, believe it or not, I do have some things that that I do complete on a day to day basis. Sometimes I'm able to do it more frequent. More content at a time, but there are some things that I have to do day to day. And so if you already have other things scheduled out, it definitely helps if you have to do something on a more manual basis. A branded workflow removes inconsistency. You don't have to worry about, seeing one thing and then another thing. Um, I'm not talking about creativity, okay? Because I'm big on, like, I have like a bohemian type flow. Um, and if you go to if you go to my Facebook page, you go to my Instagram, you will see like I kind of do like a excuse me, I kind of do like a visual wave. So like today, my posts are all cartoons, whereas yesterday they were more professional. But today it's Black Friday. It's all about, going out on a limb. I did cartoons for today. Um, but if you're doing it in advance, it allows for you to plan and actually look like there is a consistent flow. Automation also removes manual stress. I talked about, there are some things I have to do that are manual, but automation allows for you being able to plan and schedule things, allows for you to relieve that manual stress. Structure keeps you visible on your worst week. This is big. This is so big. I have experienced, and um, like many of you, where um, life has caused me to have to um change up what I was doing, like in a major way. Probably within the past 10 years, my um my work life has been very, very inconsistent. Not as far as um I'm talking about, because of my home life. I've had to do things differently, very consistently, and so because of that, I know it's one of the things that I pay attention to. I'm like, okay, it's better to plan ahead, so that a way, if crazy stuff, and I'm sure there are people that have much more crazier stuff happen than I do, but man, I there is it's so important to plan ahead. I have experienced losing clients because of the fact my home life was so wacky that I didn't know if I was going from left to right, and it caused a major friction in, me working with my clients. And so it is very important. Stress it, very intently. You have to make sure that you are scheduling your social media content. You are creating a system, even if there is a hiccup, right? Within the system, it's better that everything else is flowing instead of, oh my God, instead of just the whole thing is just in a shambles. It's just, it's stressful. It's stressful. Um, it's more, it is more than is needed, right? So it's better to it's better to um, stay within a system. Now, what can I do that would help you um, in this era of social media? I'm gonna tell you. I love to research. I'm going to study your brand before I build anything. I'm going to ask you a lot of questions. We're going to become buds because I'm going to be asking very random questions to ensure that I am getting every ounce of what your brand is. Um, I am, like I told you, I kind of have like a bohemian style when it comes to my creativity. And so um times when I can see kind of the need for it to be a more loose promotion, as opposed to there things that it needs to be more tight and, well put together. um Sometimes, that hard course use of those brand colors is a little bit too much for whatever that particular event or topic is. um Even to the aspect of visuals, making sure that the graphics, that go with the flow of the actual event or whatever, as opposed to, oh, it has to be. It just depends. And so it's important for me to study, even to the aspect of kind of going deep into like the historical aspect of things, being able to bring pieces of that out into the flow of the content. So it makes a very unique um, system of content, as opposed to everything having to be 2026, you know? Excuse me, let me see. Okay. And then a schedule removes, we already talked about that. It removes the guesswork. I'm sorry, I didn't gone over off. Okay. Um, so I really work to make sure that the content that is being created has your voice, nobody else's voice, your voice. And so part of that, me kind of nagging you in those questions, is all about me ensuring that you have that voice. All right. Um, so I'm going to, let me think, one of my crazy questions that I normally would ask you. Um, so for an event planner, like I said, I'm in January, I'm going to a prayer conference. Oh, I just thought of a good one. So a great example would be for a church that is now medium sized, but when it started out, it was like a storefront. So I would ask the question, um, So has your branding changed? Right? Has your colors changed? And not to go against the new branding, the answer will, would be yes in this example that I'm providing to you. Um, it wouldn't be me necessarily going against it, but it would be like some situations where I would literally mesh the old colors so that it becomes almost like an ombre to the new colors. And that would be for like a friends and family day, or which oftentimes is, old members coming in to celebrate the heritage of that particular ministry or reformation. um, and so I that's kind of how me asking a very probing question would create a very dramatic and inviting combination, one world against another coming together to create this, uh, content graphic for Friends and Family Day. That's just an example of me um, studying your brand and then creating content that really goes with your voice. And then in this instance, it's not necessarily an individual's voice; it's the voice of that ministry. Okay. I definitely automate the posting so that it stays consistent. And so that's me, becoming part of your editing team for your social media, so that I can post, and you'll see, a lot of times I do a lot of my intense um decorating at night. um and so that would more than likely be the time frame that I'd be actually posting. um I do track monthly analytics and adjust, and definitely make the necessary adjustments. I would let you know, like, hey, this is what we have that for the month. This is what I'm suggesting for, if we need to make any necessary adjustments. This is what I'm suggesting for the next month. And then restructuring your visuals for clarity. I believe in reusing content. Sometimes um, our content that we create is so rich that it has 9 lives. And so I have this concept that you will, if you follow me on social media, you'll hear me say from time to time, we're going to let this particular thing live. Let your content live. And so there are some of our content has 9 lives, probably more, and can be refurbished several times, depending on what is needed. And then, and that comes with research. Right? That comes with research. If you're doing in-depth research, it allows for you to see what has been created, what we have, and what we can work with. And then we have just a full set rhythm, not month to month, but we're going to go through the entire year. Like I said, we're going to become partners in crime, because I'm definitely going to connect with you to get your content done as soon as possible. Okay. All right. So let me just want to make sure we are now. So, what are we talking about? We are talking about this Black Friday special from Virtual Yours LLC is a social media management system that allows for you to have one post a day for 365 days out of the year, which will enable you to have your content done and ready. Of course, that means if you are not necessarily a planner, and don't necessarily, you kind of like do your planning as things come up. I'm really going to be pushing you to be more intentional about your planning for certain event, for all of your events, not even for certain, for all of your events, so that we can get that content created day by day. I'm going to be doing it week by week, month by month, making sure that we get you a full calendar setup. Um, and that would be for the price of a one-time payment of 4,200. If you want to do two payments, that's going to be 3,300. I'm sorry, 2,300 for those two payments. And then if you want to do three payments, it's going to be 1,800 per payment. All right. There is a link provided. If you want to do the payment plans, you have to send me an email so that I can send you a specialized invoice for that. All right. So let's go ahead and go to the next. What is what happens the moment you sign up? Okay. The moment you sign up, I'm going to set you up for onboarding. You're going to fill out a form that's going to totally unlock the brand that you have, and we're going to build it out. Your first 30 days is going to go into design, and with the intention of having that ready for you in 48 hours. 30 days worth of content. And that's because we're starting with January, but we want to make sure that we get January locked in, right? So that all we have to do is work from February and onward. Your content calendar is going to get created. The assets that you'll have will get placed inside of a content hub that is going to be designated just for you, and that's going to allow for you to be able to use it and access it day by day. You'll be able to see it. Um, um, and the plus in this is that you, there's a posting for Facebook and Instagram, but you'll be able to take that same bit of information and post it to your Instagram and all the other social media pages. What did I say? Instagram, TikTok, and all of the other social media um, sites that you are connected with. Um, excuse me. All right. And so your future posts are going to get scheduled automatically. um, you're not even going to have to worry about it. It's all going to be done and set up for you. And all you have to do is um, we'll connect. You'll receive an email. Well, it'll be within your hub, but you'll receive that information in regards to the analytics for the month, as well as on a quarterly basis, we'll be connecting because we're going to do a strategy meeting just to make sure that if there's anything that needs to be updated, anything needs to be taken away. Um, as life changes, things change, plans change, we would be working together to ensure that all of your content is up to date. All right. All right. So, a definite note that is important to know is that people stop posting when life gets heavy, right? And I gave you my example. So daily posting protects your brand from disappearing. You don't want to have to deal with, you dealing with life stuff, and then, in the top of your brain, you're like, oh, I forgot to post. A lot of times there are some people that won't even think about that. But if you're being intentional about what you're trying to do as far as your business, your event, or whatever, and you're having life, situations occur, you don't want that to be your brain too. Oh my goodness, I didn't post. Oh, I didn't. And that it's going to give you a really good habit, so that as you begin doing YouTube or TikTok or whatever, that would be something you would think about, like planning ahead, so that you're not having to create and then post, and it's smack dab in the middle of, like, um a waterfall of issues. Okay. Your audience judges your brand by your last post date. And I'm gonna tell you, I am one of those individuals. A lot of times, if I'm looking at something or I'm listening to an individual, I will immediately go onto social media. And this is not me like picking on an individual. It's just one of the things that I do. I automatically do it. And I'm gonna give you an example of that. Um, okay, one example of that I have is if I go to a salon, and I don't normally go on a regular basis, but because I don't really like people touching my hair. Um, but the times that I have gone, if I go into a salon and the salon that I go into, if the person that they have designated to do my hair or to do my nails, if I look at them and their nails or their hair is not done, if their eyebrows, if I'm going for eyebrows, if I'm getting my eyebrows done, eyebrows aren't done, if um if I'm going to get my eyelashes put on and their eyelashes are jacked up, hair jacked up, I can tell that it hasn't been washed. That bugs me, because you are your own advertisement. And granted, that is a heavy, um, a heavy thing to carry, but it is what it is. And so, I have been in situations where I have been assigned someone and I'm looking at them like, no, I'm not, I want someone else. And granted, um, some people could say, well, that could have been the best person in the room and they just didn't. But I'm gonna tell you, I stand to my word. I actually I have a niece that is now she is a cosmetologist, and it's a part of a conversation I have with her. Like, make sure that your stuff is together. Make sure that your presentation is marketing your talent, because not everybody just takes um, the paper that you have up um, as um, you know as with confidence that you can do what you say that you can do. A lot of times, there are many of us, myself included, that I'm looking at you, and if I'm not seeing what I desire, I'm not interested. So it seems kind of harsh, but it is the same in business. And a lot of times, actually, if you deal with people that are well off, there may be some that won't have that thought process. But you're talking about valuing someone's time, and so a lot of times, individuals that do have money, they are going to look. And granted, a lot of times people, they I have heard it said, and I've seen it in real action. People that are well off, they don't. All of this isn't necessary, but there's also a vibe that goes with it. There is a certain kind of persona that comes off as well. That okay, this individual, yeah, they're not like together, physically, but I can tell from their personality there's something about this individual. Okay, so that's enough of that. If your posts are 2 to 3 weeks, trust drops automatically. And I'm telling you, I'm only giving you what if you tell me that you have a product or a service, and I look at your social media page, I'm blown away when I see it's 2025 about to be 2026, and your last post was 2021. I'm just like, whoa, okay, i'm not I'm not interested. So, daily posting moves you from random presence to predictable leadership. It is very noticeable that you're doing something. Not only are you doing something, but that you're going somewhere. Okay. Um, not all content performs the same. And this is so important to know. Not all content is going to perform the same, and that's okay. And I'm sorry if you can hear my niece in the background. Um, one of these days she's definitely going to have a voice on her, and she's going to have people slain in the spirit for her voice, because she definitely knows how to project. So um not all content performs the same. There are, which is why I said, the nine lives type thing. Because like right now, I was just last week looking at one of my, let me see, one of my pages. I was looking at my content and I was like, ugh, I never even noticed that no one had looked at these. Yeah, actually. And so I was like, and it was only on one of my social media pages. So I was like, okay, I need to actually, um, depending on how many it is, I actually need to start from the beginning and redo many of these so that I can increase the views. And I need to kind of tweak it just enough so that the views will kind of balance out and I can get my double and triple digits for my content. See that? If you have your stuff scheduled already, you're able to tweak things so that you can get the results that you're looking for, and you're not just accepting what is being given to you. All right. Social media is not about being perfect, and I'm saying that after saying that, but the fact of the matter is that social media isn't perfect. It's not about being perfect, but it is about being present. And so if you're present but you don't have any views, that's something you can fix, right? You have the content, you post it again, see if it gets anything. Maybe that just wasn't a good day. If you don't get anything, then that means you need to tweak it, because obviously what you're offering or what you're presenting isn't attractive to the individual or to the group of people that you are, that is attracted to you on that platform. Okay, and then brands with automatic posting outperform those posting manual out. All right. All right. So, what is hot right now in social media? All right. So, the current 2025 trends that's shaking up platforms is one, search based content is exploding. People use Instagram like a search engine. And so, if you're posting daily, it's posting daily improve keyword ranking. If you are posting daily and you have your keyword set up, you're going to be ranking on that particular platform. Number two, image posts are back. So carousels and clean graphics are performing again because they're easier to save, right? A person can go right from, oh, God knows, I love that. You can go right on from your phone, open up that particular picture, and you're able to go ahead and save it right from your phone. Boom. Okay. Um, Trend three, consumers want clarity. So they want clear messaging. They want pretty aesthetics. Your system is going to give off both clear messaging, pretty aesthetics. All right. Trend four, Facebook business pages are resurging. So Meta has expanded the AI distribution, and so small creators are seeing 10 to 40% more reach. All right. So if you are a business and you are not posting every day, you are missing out on that surge. You need to be present and intentional about your content. Trend five, daily micro stories and micro posts. So short, digestible content outperforms the long form post. And that, long form post is fine, but just know that if you have your long form post, being able to kind of provide bite-sized pieces of that long form is going to really benefit that long form content. All right. Trend six is consistency is the new credibility. People assume that inconsistent accounts are not legitimate businesses. And that makes sense, right? Because you're talking about we're in the age of AI now. We have surpassed social media. We're now in AI. And so if you don't even have a consistent social media page, who are you? Okay. And then trend seven, AI assisted content. I went right into that, right? Content systems, people want automation, not burnout. You want automation. If you're not posting every single day, you you're pretty much saying that you want automation. And so um this special offer for today allows for you to go right into getting an automated system set up for you so that you constantly have content. All right. We are just about done. Um, if you have not already, and go ahead and click the link. Let me know if you are interested in a social media manager. We're going to go ahead and get you set up so that you can begin preparing for 2026. This is Black Friday. This is the system. It's not just about posting, it's about stability, it's about visibility, it's about building a brand that doesn't disappear when life gets loud, right? If you want 365 days of structured content, automated postings, professional visuals, and a full year strategy, this is your movement. It's right now. You're going to choose the plan that you want to work with. You're going to secure your spot. We're going to go ahead and begin building your 2026 presence before the year ends, before it ends. And so I want to be able to connect with you. Excuse me. I want to be able to connect with you and see where we can get started. Um, there are slots that are filling up, and you don't want to miss that opportunity. I will tell you, um, by time March 2026, right now, provide you with opportunity to have pay less than my lowest tier of social media management, which is $700 a month. But by March, I'm going to no longer have the $700 tier because I am increasing my clientele. And my packages are going to increase. And so, therefore, this is the best time to get in, right? When you know I'm in the process of scaling, and you don't want to miss out. Thank you so much for joining. It has definitely been a pleasure connecting with you. Be sure to go to my social media pages, Facebook and Instagram, as well as click on the link so that we can go ahead and get started working with you and building out your social media content.